What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Impel Forward Podcast. Yo, it's gonna be a good one tonight. I hope y'all tuned in and y'all excited. I have some special guests with me tonight. I am happy to have my guests on tonight. You know, when people say they like family, well, they are family. Yes, sir. I hope y'all are tuned in, getting ready. I have I'm waiting on my co-host to come on. She's coming pretty soon. But today we're going to be talking to Dr. Arvetra Jones Jr., the president of the North Carolina Gospel Announcers Guild. He's also the assistant pastor at Come As You Are Evangelistic Center in Pinehurst, North Carolina, where my pastor, my grandmother, is Dr. Lydia Jones. He's also the CEO of the ALJ agency, and he's the manager of my cousin, his daughter, Ruth LaAntra. Now, some people say LeAntra. I don't know where to get the Lee from, but it's LaAntra. L-A, LaAntra. Everybody say LaAntra. LaAntra. Yes, and we have her. She's going to be on too with us. She's going to be on with us. It's a national recording artist with Ty Scott Records. She's going to be on. And I'm thinking Bobby Parker is going to be on. Bobby Parker of the Bobby Parker Radio Show. He's also a part of the NCGAG Guild. And so we're going to have them on tonight. And we're going to talk a few things, all things gospel. And I hope y'all already tuned in. Yes, sir. Hey, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm almost at 250. I'm excited. I'm almost at 250. But my goal is 500. So make sure y'all share the podcast. Even if y'all don't watch it, just share it. Oh, my co-host, there she is.
I'm here. I have to. What's going on?
We're ready to bring on our guests.
I'm excited.
You excited?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know why? Because I always wish I could sing. And I think God knew what he was doing when he didn't bless me with those vocal cords, because I would just be singing every day, singing via email, singing with every appointment.
Right.
Nope.
Don't do it. We're going to bring on, let me see here. Who's on? Here she is.
There she is.
There she go. Ruth LaAntra.
Hey.
Yes.
Leo.
What's up, Chris? What's going on? Hey, look. Before Unc and them get on, Dr. Jones and them get on.
Mm-hmm.
Why do people call you LeAntra? It's LaAntra.
Ask your uncle why he calls me LeAntra and I'm his daughter.
Wait, so there's different versions.
Lee, Lay, and La.
Lee, Lay, Alator. I don't even call everything in the book.
Oh.
And it's LaAntra.
LaAntra. Beautiful.
Yes. Thank you.
Well, we gonna wait for them to come on. We're gonna get started with you and just go ahead and get started, and we're gonna come back around. Tell us, how did you get started in your career?
Yes.
Well, I have been singing since, they say, Princess and Don, which is my brother and sister, Leon, you know this. Mm-hmm. They say that I've been singing since I was in mama's stomach. So I'm just gonna say I've been singing since I was 2. We were born into a musical family. Our grandmother is pastor, granddad was pastor as well. Mama sings, daddy sings, sibling sings, aunt sings, uncle sings on my mom's side, dad sings, cousin sings, everybody just sings. We either sing or we play an instrument. I don't know how to play an instrument. I wasn't blessed with that gift, but I do sing. So we were basically born into this thing. Jones family and my Chayda side. I Lily didn't sing, but S and Mama sung. So I've been singing for a long time. I'm 31, about to be 32. So you do the math.
About to be 32. So who was some of your inspirations coming up in the gospel industry?
I would have to say my first inspiration was Shantae. My god sister, our cousin, Shantae Henry Hill. We used to sing The Safest Place by Karen Clark and Kiara every single Sunday in church. Like, what in the world? Grandma had us singing that all the time. But Tate, and then my Kimberell was absolute favorite. And then I would say Aretha Franklin. I was so sad when she passed because she was supposed to go on tour. And I was gonna be at that tour, whether I had to be in the balcony or whether I was wherever I was going to see Aretha.
Yes.
She is literally the best voice ever. She was one of my favorites too. So
see, I need to know how to sing so I can be in the family.
We'll still accept you. We still accept you, girl.
Okay. He just looked over me and I'm just really upset about it.
Hold on,
it's all right.
Unc just tapped in. Look like he's, let me see.
He there.
Oh, he's driving.
Hey, I'm already in a good spot. I'm on this back road.
Okay.
In about 5 minutes, I'll be able to pull over in a good spot.
Okay. All right, we're going to come back to you because there's noise in the background.
Okay, go ahead and do that. Okay. All right. I'll be back.
All right.
See, people, it's real live. This is real live right here.
It's live. So you just recently sung the national anthem. What is it in Atlanta at the Atlanta Dream?
Yes, Atlanta Dream WNBA. It was at the Gateway Arena. I have to go back tomorrow, leave in the morning to sing the national anthem and lift every voice at the State Farm Arena for their game against, I think it's the Indiana Hawks, whatever team it's Caitlin Clark and others.
Because that's major.
Focuses on Caitlin Clark.
Right.
There's like Beyonce and them. It's Caitlin Clark and them. So Atlanta Dream is playing Caitlin Clark and them.
Okay.
So how was that experience?
Yeah,
it was fun. It was like very rushy. We got the call. Shout out to Donna Miles, who got the call and said, I know a female singer, and she called and we took off, and then we got down there. Amazing experience, great people, great team. They won that game. They play, I can't remember who they played. They played the LA Sparks. They won. The owner wanted me back. I'm going back in the morning and gonna be with my girls again. I'm officially a WNBA fan.
Yeah. They're big now, so supporting the women. I'm here for it.
Yes, them girls, they got out there and they really did their thing. So I'm very proud of them.
That's good. So your last album you did was Kingdom, right? That was the last one. Live album. Yes. How was that working with Anthony Brown?
It was fun. Anthony is definitely my brother and a friend. It was fun. He pulled out a lot of me that I did not know I had. But okay, so I knew I had it, but it would be stuff that I would hide. But he pulled it out like, no, you got to do this, you got to do that. I was like, what? But he made me do it. So it was really fun. It was a great experience. Anthony and his family, he's my label mate also. So it was great working within the family.
I always forget he's on Ty Scott. What's Gavin?
Kalante,
yeah. Is he still Ty
Scott? Yeah, okay. We all have a partnership with Ty Scott some way, somehow.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Now, if your dream artist to work with.
Oh, she did.
Outside of Aretha.
Lord, let me see. I would say I have a couple, but I would say Kimberell.
Okay.
Yeah. Kimberell's like, people can say what they want about Kim, but the lady can sing her tail off. Like, there's no denying that Kimberell is the singer of all singers. So I would say Kimberell. Outside of that, Erica Campbell, not only can Erica sing, but she's a great and phenomenal person, like on stage and off stage. Kiara Shear, she's one of my favorites. She was one of my favorites growing up too. So I would say those three.
Yeah.
Now you was on Erica Campbell's show before, right?
Yeah.
On the show.
I was on her radio show, and then we've done Erica actually sung background for me one time because we was in New York or somewhere up north.
I remember
that. That was the time that we had the sound man would have to plug the phone in and play instead of sending the email and playing it like that. So some way, somehow, I don't know if the Wi-Fi was, I don't know, but whatever it wasn't working. So live band was there, background singers, but this particular time, the song wasn't working on the phone, so the band played. He's able. Next thing I know, Erica Campbell, Jason Nelson, Charles Butler, and a couple of his singers, they all came in background for me. Didn't nobody be like, I need this, I need that. They just jumped on the stage. I think she did it a couple of times. I love Erica.
That's amazing.
So what is that? Your last single? What is it called again?
Did It Again.
Did It Again.
Right.
Y'all even know. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Research.
right.
And download because I support.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I wasn't doing that.
It was fun. Jeffrey Thomas produced that. It was fun working with Jay. I call him Jay. It was fun working with him. He's an amazing person. We did a video for it at Raleigh. I think it was Raleighwood or Raleigh North or what it was called. Mm-hmm. But we did the video for that, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
I see you did a couple challenges as well with that.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, come on, bring him here. My niece is bringing my son here because obviously he was up downstairs crying. Okay, he want his mommy. He want his mommy.
We may get around to talking about that miracle right there. Both of y'all are a miracle.
Hey, look at him.
Look, this is his first interview. Kobe and Promise, they done been through it all. They done been on the airplanes. They done, Promise that Kobe was really the road baby. I had to take him everywhere with me. But this is his first time being on the interview. This is actually my first interview being back.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Hey, follow the Empire.
Exactly. We welcome that.
Listen,
we appreciate it.
I've been chilling, okay? I've been...
Yeah.
They're like, aren't you gotta get listed? I've been enjoying myself.
As you should.
Going with the flow. So yes, this is my first time back.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Here goes, let me see, bring on here.
We got a couple people.
Uncle Bobby.
Uncle Bobby.
What's going on? How you doing, sir?
We can't hear you. I love this. This is like a family affair. And I'm joining in because that's what I do.
If you can't hear, log out and come back in.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go. What's going on?
What's going on, fam? How y'all doing?
Hey, y'all listen to that. Listen to that radio voice.
All the way.
I know. We should have him do our announcement. You know, well, real announcing us. I like it.
I can't turn it off.
Yeah. So, how long have you been a part of the North Carolina Gospel Announcers Guild?
From the very beginning, when we were established at the Holiday Inn in Raleigh. I forget the year, but I know it's been over 25 years.
Oh, 25 years.
Wow.
And y'all have been going every year. And you have the big I think y'all changed it this year. Well, it was y'all used to call it a convention, but now it's the Gospel Industry Expo.
Yes, like a conference, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So can you tell us more about that?
Absolutely. It's the brainchild of course, your uncle, the great Dr. Arvetra Jones Jr. He's come up with a great vision, and I'm his right hand. I'll follow him, and just whatever he say, we're gonna make it happen. And it's the Industry Expo because we're bringing more than just gospel industry things to the table. So we got a whole lot of things that's going to be talked about and discussed inside the room. The place to be is going to be inside that room for all the great learning and networking.
Mm-hmm. And it starts when it's the 25th. I think that's correct, right? Tuesday.
Yes. We're going to have a worship service on that Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm.
The 25th through the 28th. Yeah.
Okay, I had the flyer, but I'm still new to this text stuff, so I was gonna try to pull it up so people can see it, but I ain't want to mess it up.
We'll continue to repost it.
Yeah.
And then we'll put the link.
I like this. I like this though. I like this. Everything looks great.
Appreciate it. Turn your phone sideways. Let me see if that make you a little bigger. There you go.
Okay.
Right. I know a little bit.
I see. You taking after Uncle Vet?
Yes. Broadcasting. Yes, that's my next life.
Right. Can y'all hear me good?
We can.
Great.
So tell us.
I had to pull over the side of the road. I'm just coming in from DC.
Okay. Are you home? You just getting home? Or you?
Well, I'm not home yet. I was on those country roads. I had to pull over real quick.
Oh.
We're glad you got some good reception, man.
I know.
Well, I'm almost back in favor now, so I got full bar now. So.
Okay.
So tell us about this gospel industry expo.
Well, my Vice President Bobby was doing a great job. He was kind of breaking everything down. I see my little Ocean waiting to pop out to get home. Again, Nefra, I'm proud of you. And my other young lady, I don't think I know her yet, but I get to know her soon. But this year, we are doing something totally different. It was the North Carolina Guild. We tied it over 24 years ago. But the Lord gave another vision this year, is to bring different things together. We bring in stuff like our own Dr. Adrena Bunton mental health, psychotherapists will be there. We got Xavier Sams coming out of South Carolina, a realtor, who's going to teach people how to buy homes, position yourself to buy homes with a whole finance. Buying a home now is like writing a book. It's totally different from years ago. Everything is so different. We're bringing in Damien Stewart out of Chicago, who was responsible for so many #1 hits, the Ty Tributes, David and Tamala Mann, Anthony Brown, you name it. He's responsible for so many #1 hits on billboards. Pastor Brian Scott is coming in from Ty Scott. Everybody know the Ty Scott is the Label My Babies on Ruthless Entree and so many others. And we have my own attorney, Christopher Reddings, coming in to talk about contracts, and Andre Bright, Mad Praise Publishing, to come in and talk about streaming, and Pandora and Spotify. We have Cedric Thompson, 2-time Grammy Award winner, Bubby Fan out of New Jersey, and Michael Stokes will be talking about studio production, the best way, the best sound for you to be released to radio, not only radio but to the world. Trying to think, we have the Spin Awards team out of Atlanta, Georgia. They're going to come in and break down the awards, the criteria they do. They look for when it come down to being nominated for award shows. It's so many award shows out here right now, but they are very few that are high quality award shows, and this happens to be one of those that is a high quality award show that's very well respected in the country. On that Thursday and Friday night, Damien Stewart is coming in to award a group a Warner Brothers distribution deal. So much has changed in radio now. A lot of artists now, they're doing live recordings. They're doing releasing singles to radio and telling people to call the radio station. That is so 1990. That is old. That is also old now. And our goal is to really bring people in that workshop and educate people. God gave me the expo is because I wanted to bring a host of different things that for people in their everyday life, not just the gospel community, but as an industry as a whole. People need to know this stuff when it comes down to making this money and making this paper. They need to understand how streaming works. They need to know what DSP. You'll be surprised, a major artist don't even have a clue what a DSP is. Everybody's still talking on radio, and that is so old school that it's not even funny now. So we're coming together next week to be able to educate, inform, and at the same time during the nighttime, we want to give the people a bonus to be able to come together and enjoy some great gospel music. We just linked in with the with the tour of the Christian hip hop tour that's going to be coming in on that Friday night. I want to say the All Emmy tour with Brill Miles, one of the former gospel gangsters, and they're coming in for late night Friday night for the youth. That's gonna be an awesome event too as well. So we're just making this a big family gathering that people will come and enjoy themselves. And main thing is to learn the changes, learn what industry is all about. And I tell people all the time, I still don't know why I'm doing this. I still don't know why I'm still doing this, because to be honest with you, I was thinking a while ago, in my natural self, I want to quit. In my natural self, I want to stop. Every time I talk to the family, I was with Ruth and Andre the other day, and I said, I think I'm not going to do it next year. And nobody responds. Everybody get quiet, but they don't, to me now, I got to focus on a whole lot of other stuff, but I'm going to do this until the Lord tell me different. But I do know one thing. Next year, we're doing something totally different, and the vision is going to be so crazy for next year until it's going to blow people's minds. But we want everybody to come this year just to be a part of what's going on next week.
So when you first
it's going to blow our minds this year.
Yeah.
So when you first started this, what was the thought? Like, did you say, I'm just going to do something, put a whole lot of artists together on one night, and it just continued, or did you have a plan?
What whole thing? Most artists do not understand marketing.
Yeah.
Most of them don't understand promotion. These artists now, they want you to fly them in, they want you to put them in hotel rooms, they want you to pay them, and nobody knows them. There are very few rare artists, especially in the gospel arena. There's no stars in the gospel arena. A lot of them think they're stars, but they're not. When you become a star, and I use this as a great example, if Beyonce were to come to a Walmart anywhere in the Carolinas, you would have to stop the city. The city would have to stop. Traffic had to stop. Police have to be out there. You let a Kurt Franklin go in Walmart in Fayetteville right now, ain't nobody gonna stop, because everybody don't know Kurt Franklin. So, and I use Kurt because he's probably the number one stars in gospel, number one people in gospel, but the world ain't gonna stop when they see Kurt Franklin walking the street.
You don't think so?
No, not by a long shot. If I go into this, I'm part of this store right now. I guarantee if I walk in this store and survey 10 people, probably one gonna know Kurt. But if I go in and survey Beyonce, I bet you all of them gonna know who she is. So that's a difference that artists need to understand. Nobody knows you. Marketing and promotion never ends. You have to market. There's no way in the world I wouldn't know about a 2 for $6 at Burger King if they don't keep on marketing. The only reason I know about a 2 for $6 at Burger King because they steady market never ends. But the problem with a lot of artists is they get one hit and they pay for that hit, and they think they're stars and wonders, but they're not. Marketing
Kurt got a lot of hits now. I think he might be.
Do you think social media kind of plays a part in that, where people feel, they have one hit and all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, I don't need to do anything else?
Yeah, it does. And like I said, I understand Kurt has one hit, but I remember when Kurt was just part of the choir, but Kurt still have not made it to that. Kurt still have not made it to the ranks of Beyonce. What's the other girl name? Taylor Swift. He have not made it to that level yet. He have not made it to that. He have not made it to the level of Aretha Franklin. He have not made it to the level of a Marvin Gaye. That's what people don't understand. But Kurt is steady marketing. He have not stopped. That's why he's always bringing these tools, because Kurt even know that, hey, I'm not there yet. So that's the reason why, and I use that for example. But it's artists like in the gospel field who I know are close to Kurt, but they want you to fly them in. They want you to put them in hotels. Baby, nobody knows you. and I tell all of them, it ain't none of them no stars to me, because I could care less who they are. And I done seen, in my last 40-something years, I done seen everybody from gospel artists to R&B artists that do not faze me. if anything, y'all bring me a cup of coffee. That stardom does not. When I tell y'all the stardom does not affect me one bit, it does not affect me one bit. So, but my whole thing is I want to continue to educate these new ones that's coming up. Do not take the wrong avenue of thinking you already have arrived. The Bible say, "Be thou faithful unto death." That means you never stop. Look at Pastor Shirley Caesar. Shirley Caesar is 86 years old, and she's still putting out hits and songs. Shirley haven't stopped because she's Shirley Caesar. Vanessa Bell Armstrong just dropped a single this week, I believe it was. Bobby, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But Vanessa Bell just dropped some new music with John P. Key as a writer, Donald Lawrence as a writer, but she's still at there dropping music. And they still marketing. They still promoting. The problem is with our new ones now, they get together and do a live recording, and you have a lot of people for that night, but after that night, people forgot about you.
Yeah.
It does. It's endless marketing and promotion. So we want to get to the like I say, I guarantee you, I was at a conference. Bob and myself went to a conference the other week. That wasn't particularly a gospel conference. It was an industry conference of some top industry people that was speaking on some of the same things that I've been speaking on for the last years. That everybody wants to sing, but nobody wants to put into work.
Do you think it's hard to get gospel artists to come together on certain events like this?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm noticing this by the registration. I'm noticing this by the pre-registration.
We've been noticing it year after year.
Yeah,
really.
I can name 20 artists in the Raleigh-Durham area right now have not even registered, but releasing new music right now. They all should be at the expo learning. When you got a Dr. Brian Scott coming there, you got a Damien Stewart coming in here, you got Mike Chandler from Rejoice Music Soul Food, you got people coming involved across the country. Every artist in the Raleigh, Durham, Fayetteville, Greensboro that's even considered new music need to be at this expo.
Should be there, right?
Yeah.
There.
It's a platform. It's a platform where you're supposed to, promote yourself. That's all it is. I mean, just look at Bad Boys, the Will Smith movie. They did so much promotion to this movie, and no one is above promotion. Kirk Franklin, nobody. And in gospel, new artists, they should be investing in themselves, promoting and learning all they can. That's what this whole event is all about.
Now, let me ask you this: when you talk about promoting and marketing and never stop, who do you feel within the gospel music industry has gotten it right, but and maybe someone should mirror them in a way as far as with their path?
I would say some of the top people I would name will be a Donald Lawrence. Donald Lawrence he's always promoting. He never get ghosts and disappear. So he's one of my prime examples that's in that top level of artists. Another artist is sitting on this platform tonight, Ruth Antra. I've trained her to. She knows, learning up, growing up, that marketing and promotion never stops. We sacrificed last week to go to Atlanta. We got there 3:00 in the morning. We was up at 1:00 for sound check, and she went and did her thing. And by her doing that last week in Atlanta, the president and the CEO of the organization said we got to have her back for this game on tomorrow night, which is now we don't know if her part gonna be televised, which we hope it do. If it don't, we'll do it live, but it's gonna be on ION TV. Game with Indiana and Atlanta Dream. But the thing about it, who gets invited to the State Farm Arena after showing up because we sacrificed? Nobody paid us to come there. We couldn't demand, okay, I need 2 plane tickets, I need a VIP, I need first class. We had to get in that car and drive.
Yeah.
Just like tomorrow night, we got to get in the car and drive back to that State Farm Arena. Who knows what God's gonna do next? Next time, they're gonna be inviting her to the playoffs, and they're gonna be inviting her to the championship game. Then the NBA gonna call, and it's a snowball effect.
Yeah, sometimes you pay is good, but sometimes it's good to do things without pay.
I think exposure can sometimes be more beneficial than the money.
Not sometimes, all the time. You got to always you got well something. When I say all the time, that's got to be a part of. Okay, this is something I got to do. I got to market and promote this project. I know y'all heard. We've seen them. We've seen. What's the young lady that was mad with Oprah and Tyler Perry? What's the comedian? What's her name?
Monique.
Monique got mad. Yeah, Monique got mad at Tyler and them because they wanted her to go promote that movie. So that's how all that started. But she wanted to get paid. But even with a statue with those guys that high, they still needed her to promote that she wasn't gonna get paid for. But at the long run, you get paid on the back end. You got to think of okay, I'm promoting this now, but sooner or later, all this is about ready to pay off.
Right.
And that's the attitude we got to have. Now we know common sense tells us when somebody calls for booking, we know there's a booking fee. We know there's a cost for that. But when you get opportunities like what Roof is doing tomorrow night in Atlanta, Georgia, and you never know who's going to be at this game tomorrow night. So the game is sold out. I think that place holds over 20,000 people. Am I correct? The Atlanta Hawks Stadium. So
maybe.
Yeah, it holds. If you put it up, you see the Farm Arena. You see that's a big place. So imagine of all the celebrities gonna be there. You know, Tyler Perry may be sitting in the audience. You never know who's gonna be in the audience.
Right.
So you never know. So when Ruth Archer go there by the grace of God to do what she did, even better than what she did this past week, you don't know how many more doors that's gonna open up on that side. So everybody it's just like these buses I drive. We have to promote these buses. We have to show, and we have to drive these things, and so people can call us, and then we able to act. Some trips we're gonna take some losses on, but the losses are gonna equal it up to gains, and that's what everyday life.
That's in business.
That's in business.
You know who I see? You know who I see that I think is doing right? CeCe Winans.
Oh yeah.
She's even surprised when she makes it on the charts. I mean,
really?
Some people want to pay their way to get on the chart, but if you do the work, you know, you should be surprised that you're on the charts, or you're surprised that you're getting calls. But people want to do it backwards. You know, they want to pay their way to get here, get there. But just be humble, man. And especially in gospel, you gotta be humble.
Now, why is gospel so hard to break through from, other genres of music?
That's $1 million question. Look, I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Right.
And we're supposed to be the most God-fearing people on earth.
This is true.
But we're the most jealous people on earth.
Ooh.
We're the most non-supportive people on earth. I can go back and start naming the names of people who have broken this industry and who do not, and who want to return phone calls right now. But I broke them at 100,000 watt FM radio station.
Oh wow!
You know what? When y'all come up with an answer that, let me know. I'm still trying to find out.
Now, how did you get your start in radio?
Yeah.
Evangelist Lydia Jones, my mom. My mom, who people don't know, back when I came out of high school, I started producing her broadcast, God's Way to Good Success and Prosperity. When I used to travel with my mom all over across the country, I would listen to radio stations all night long. Well, I can go back further than that. When I was a kid, when my dad was in revivals, I remember us as little kids, and Dad would be listening to WLAC, the Hawksman out of Nashville, Tennessee. And there was something about that radio stuff. I would love to hear that. Late night, 2:00 in the morning, he'd be listening to the Hawksman in Nashville, Tennessee. He'd be listening to Wheeling, West Virginia, AM 50,000 watt radio station. And I would listen to all these radio stations, and I was infatuated by these radio shows and radio stations. So when I came out of high school, started traveling with mom all over Washington, D.C., I would listen to WYCB, 24-hour gospel. I was listening to WRL, WL in New York. I would listen to those jocks play gospel music all night long. WNOV in Milwaukee, I would listen to those play gospel music all night long. I'm like, man, one day I want to do that because I love music.
Right.
And I wanted to do that. So then when mom started, when Roosevelt Hockaday was a part of our ministry and he was making the broadcast, so when he moved on, I took the role of producing my mom's broadcast. She was on like 20 broadcast stations across the country at one time. And I would do her broadcast tapes and produce her broadcast and mail those things out. And then eventually I was blessed to become a part of Fairfield State radio station back in 1983, where I taught students and I taught interns radio. I taught even people like Renata Clanton, who went on to be on TV. I trained those kind of people even to go to TV careers. And I would just play I had a gift in me that I love gospel music. I could play the right kind of music. So that's how I got started doing gospel radio. That's how I met Bobby. I met Bobby in one of Mama Revivals. I remember listening to Bobby on the radio. I said, this dude got a good voice. and I finally met Bobby because Mom would buy radio spots at Bobby's station, and that's how I met Bobby years and years ago. So music has just become it all started with Dad. He was an HSE label, Savoy label. Mom was singing. Choirs was Jones Tipper Choir. They was on major label, Savoy label. So we kind of grew up in the music industry, and I grew up listening to radio all across the country.
Wow.
And Bobby, how did you get started in radio?
I was 9 years old doing the same thing Dr. Jones was doing. I was listening to those guys on the AM radio in New York and DC. And I had a boom box. And then I started taping myself trying to sound like those guys on those AM stations. At 9 years old, I wanted to be on the radio. So I went to school and I started out in R&B and pop. I worked at a country station, and then I sat in for a guy at the gospel station, an AM station in Durham, who got sick. I sit in for him, and I got hooked. And I've been doing gospel ever since. This year is my 37th year in radio, and man, that's all I wanted to do, be on the radio. And then I would watch Don Cornelius and Dick Clark, and I wanted to be those guys.
And people don't know we got our broadcast license. I got mine from the Columbia School of Broadcasting.
Oh,
so we had to get FCC license.
You had to get licensed.
Right now.
Yeah, we had to get licensed.
Yeah. I still got my license today. Everybody's jumping on radio now and don't have a clue how this stuff really works. Yeah.
Wow.
Now,
go ahead.
What would you say is one of the biggest mistakes artists makes once they get a little bit of money or more money than they have ever seen?
They get a little bit of money, they think they already made it, and they don't know how to invest in what they already got. They don't know how to feed back into themselves, invest in themselves to make more money. And that's the problem with a lot of artists now, that most of them don't have health insurance. They renting homes and not buying homes. So they don't have any kind of clue how to make it together in life. And a lot of them, they always want to use Christ as a crutch. I know God gonna do it, but God give us common sense in the business, man, on how to do it. And that's been a problem. And one genre of gospel that is really bad for that is quartet. They just sing and jump and dance and shout, but don't have a business plan whatsoever. Most of them don't. These younger generations now, they are getting the picture, but the older guys, they're dying out. And then you'll start seeing GoFundMe pages, raising money, all that kind of stuff after they're gone because they have not did their homework while they was living.
Wow.
Ruth Lee Layla Antra. So are you teaching? You would be teaching the what is it? BGVs?
Praise and worship.
Praise and worship.
Worship.
Praise and worship. Now, how that's what you be doing? You won't be teaching it.
So me and Princess, we're basically gonna be doing like a praise and worship boot camp. We'll be talking about how important praise and worship is, how to be a leader of a praise and worship team. And Princess is going to be covering the background aspect of it. She's going to tell people what the background need to do, how they need to look, how they need to approach songs. We're going to incorporate all of that stuff into the praise and worship night. Well, that day and then that night. We're still working on something special for that night. So we may do an open mic praise and worship type thing. So we're going to see.
Now, have a lot of churches within the area, have they gotten involved? Any local churches, praise and worship teams, have they purchased tickets?
We have a couple, but the thing is, nowadays, I'm gonna go back to your question about social media. I think you had said something about social media.
Yeah.
People, they would rather invest in social media. They would rather put 10,000, 150 towards a Facebook ad or Instagram ad so they can get likes. But people fail to realize that at the end of the day, social media is good. It's a good marketing tool. But word of mouth and going from place to place is still probably the number one marketing tool, because people can see your personality on social media. You can tell me anything on social media, and it can all be lies. So I need to see the real person, because you can give me a song on social media. You can dress the way you want to dress on social media. Look how you want to look, because you got all these apps that can make you look the way you want to look. But people are failing to realize that the face-to-face is still working. And that's the type of person I am. They get on me all the time about social media. I can't stand being on social media like that. If anything, I'm posting funny videos.
Yeah.
I'm on social media week because the world is just funny. So that's answering your question about social media. But we still have more people to reach as far as getting them registered for class and making sure that they're at the nightly services too. But most importantly, getting in classes and learning. Because if you don't learn, then you're not wise. And if you're not wise, then you're certainly a fool. So we want to get people in the classes to learn as well, because learning is important. You should always be forever learning. So.
Oh, yeah. Now, how is it working with family?
It's great. It's the best thing ever. I would rather do it with family than do it with having to learn strangers. And not saying that, strangers can't become family, but family, especially, I can talk for me, Daddy, and Mama, and Princess, and Dom. We all immediate family. We know each other. We know how we're going to move. We know it ain't no funny business. So we know we're going to have each other's back. So it's always been a great thing working with family. Daddy get on my nerves sometimes, but it's all good. I know I get on his nerves too sometimes. Not saying that in a bad way. I was just joking, but y'all, this baby is all over the place.
That's what Daddy's supposed to do.
I haven't had a baby in 5 years, and it's just like, oh my God, I cannot believe I have a newborn.
Starting all over, huh?
I didn't even know what to put in my hospital bag. I had to Google what to put in there.
What?
So, but working with family is good. I mean, I know Daddy got my right, man. I'm gonna tell you, once I had promise, I was done. I was done with children. I either threw everything away that was baby related, or I gave it away, or I don't know what I did with it. All I know is we had to buy everything all over again.
God said, watch this. Here you go.
Somebody asked me how was it having Daddy as my manager. I said it's great. I mean, it was like, I wish I could have my father as my manager, but I don't think their daddy was in music or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but if you can have your family as, managers or bookkeepers or whatever, and your family is trustworthy, do it. It's like the best thing ever. And then also, I'm still Daddy's little girl, and I'm the most important one out of mom. I hope mom. I'm more important than mom. I'm more important than mama's. Man, I always pick on her about that, so it's fun.
So who are some of the other artists that's going to be there?
Yeah, LeJune Thompson gonna be there. Bishop Donna Ashley out of Wimpton, Delaware. Oh, he got an awesome singer right now. I love. We got Mike Yeverton out of Greensboro. His group, they just got back from London. We got Anthony Sutton's gonna be there. Quite awesome group out of Raleigh. We got Deontay. What's Deontay? Deontay and Restoration. Awesome young quartet group. That's contemporary quartet. We got the Jones Singers. They're a quartet family out of Virginia. Gonna be there. We got Deanna Ramsey's gonna be there out of Philadelphia. I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
Let's see if I can pull it up.
Couple more. That's Apostle Tracy Troy, who we just signed Apostle Tracy Troy on our agency as well. She's gonna be also preaching Tuesday night, but she's also gonna be performing Thursday night. Okay. She's gonna be there as well, and a few more others. And these are the ones that gonna be in the hat for that Warner Brothers distribution deal with Damian Stewart.
So you got Kim Person, Eric Brack.
Now, Eric Brack, he's out of Georgia. He's coming. Now, Kim Person is not. She's going to be on the panel with the new artist relationship. She and Todd Carey, and I think Brett Miles is going to be on that, and a couple more going to be on that panel on Friday. We have the agenda already. I see my sister, Dr. Drina, is on here. She is like came in and just. She did the agenda. Drina is doing her thing. She's not only our licensed psychotherapist, but she has come in and took everybody in this organization is basically they volunteer their time and they have other things that they do. We all are so busy, so I understand when everybody has to come in and just pick up and help each other out. That's the team God has blessed us with. On this particular expo, and this is the same team I want to take over into my new vision. But everybody's kind of feeding off each other, and Drina has completed the agenda. She'll call me up. She don't care how late it is. Okay, we need to do this. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to proofread this. So she has the agenda ready now. I also remind you on that Wednesday, we have Dr. Mark Williams coming in all the way from Nashville. He is an ENT specialist. So if you ENT, ears, nose, and throat doctor.
Okay.
Okay.
So anybody that talk a lot, anybody that teach, do seminars, preachers, pastors, you know, a lot of us black preachers, we like to holler and squall, but we don't take care of our voice.
Yeah.
I'm different. I don't do that. Everybody else do that. So, but you know how the preachers. I don't know. I don't know what it is with us. We just got to preach and holler. But you know, that's to each his own. But I want to make sure they take care of their voices after they hollering and preaching. So we got Dr. Mark Williams gonna come and show us the damage we're doing to our vocal cords and how we repair that, how we fix that. He's gonna be showing that on a presentation on the screen and projector. He's gonna show us the damage that we do to our voice on a daily basis when we talk a lot.
I think you're having some feedback. I don't know if it's coming from yours or somebody else.
No, I don't hear it. But that's just so much information. I don't understand why, you know, it's not sold out. Sounds like people are going to be leaving with a lot of gems.
They are. But you know the problem with all people, we just don't pre-register. We just don't do it. And here's a good thing. Here's a good thing about it. I talked to the hotel today. We have sold more rooms than we did 2 years ago in Chapel Hill. So that already tells me we're well over 120 room nights. So the hotel is already sold out. Mm-hmm. And they added more rooms. And so, but people just don't like to pre-register. We love to procrastinate, and we rather do it on site. We rather pay a little bit more money on site than to pre. I can't explain that one, but anyway. And that's not just gospel, that's with everything.
Everything. I know you post the flyer and you still get people asking what day and what time.
Right. Exactly.
That grinds my gears.
So free register is still open, correct?
It's open, and I kept it at $85. It's the cheapest you could ever get. I kept it at 85. I kept it at $85, which includes 3 days of workshop, a Friday lunch, all for $85. And I also opened up. We got vendors now. I think we got enough vendors, but I even gave the vendors spots for $85 for the whole entire week. And I told the vendors they can come to the workshops and have the lunch for $85 for the whole entire week.
That's very affordable.
Yeah.
People have been to brunches for more, you know,
right,
and left with nothing, not even food.
And we're gonna have we always have awesome turnout. We always have the classes be so intense that when you walk out of there, you scratch your head because of the knowledge that you're gonna be gaining from all these top energy people coming in from all across the country.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's something good that you're doing, giving all the education, whether it be ear, nose, throat, having Dr. Audrina Bunton, the psychotherapist, just
real estate, attorneys.
I mean, and it sounds like it's open to, you know, everyone.
Everybody, right.
Which is good. You know, sometimes people feel like events are exclusive, and this one,
it's open to everybody, and the service and the nightly service is free and open to the public. I mean, after we work our brains all day learning, you may be coming and enjoy some great gospel music at night.
That's so good.
Yep. Great producers too. We got great producers coming. Bubby Fan, Cedric Thompson. These are top-notch producers that are coming to be a part too. And man, just to get that knowledge from them, man, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. I have to keep promoting this. This sounds amazing.
Yeah, we got the countdown is on. We got actually start Tuesday, so we'll the days we'll count down the hours. Man, we're excited.
Mm-hmm. Now, we lost Miss Ruth. I was going to ask her what's next after the WNBA. What's next? What are we working on?
Well, she's getting ready to start working on a new single.
Okay.
A new single that's going to be released soon, but she's going to come back in the beginning of the year for a live recording that will be taking place probably in Winston-Salem. So, but we know new music will be coming out with a couple of singles before the live recording that will be taking place in the beginning of 2025.
Nice.
And
we got to jump on that so we can hear her live.
Oh yeah, you'll enjoy it. The live is such a great experience. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, the one she did in Raleigh was great also.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it? Durham. What's the
Durham,
church?
Durham at the river.
At the river. That was live.
Yeah.
I'm Renee. You made me forget what I was gonna ask. I can't remember now. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you're watching. Like, share, and subscribe to Impel Forward Podcast. We're trying to reach 500 subscribers. Make sure you do that, please.
We're on the road. Trying to get it.
Y'all doing a great job. I'm very proud.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yep. I love it.
And y'all all the thing about coming doing the live pod on site next week. That would be crazy.
You know, and that's something I thought about, but I didn't. I was trying to figure out where we would do it at and the noise. I was going to talk to you about that. Maybe we can get together.
That would be great. That way you can advertise your podcast and people start subscribing and joining.
Right.
My whole thing, I like to give people opportunities and put people out there in a way so people can push themselves and market, and not just the artists, but everybody, all the panelists that's coming. They market themselves. I promise you, when Damien Stewart walk away from that conference next week, he's gonna have about 4 or 5 new clients.
Listen, that sounds amazing.
Yep.
Let me know.
Okay, I'll let you know. We'll talk about it. But anything else y'all want to share? Any last words?
B, you go ahead. Then I can say my last part.
I'm just excited. Come be a part. Like you said, the countdown is on Tuesday through Friday. The Durham Hilton is going to be packed. Already know. People are going to be coming in and just get all the learning, all the networking. I'm just excited, man, just to see the people that's going to be coming and being a part. The nightly services are going to be lit, and just be a part. You do not want to miss this experience to be a part of this industry expo. So I'm still inviting people every day, and can't wait to mingle and see where God's going to take us.
Okay. And one more thing, Bobby, that's what I was going to ask. When is your radio show? When do you air, or when are you on?
Yes. My show is it's based mainly on the weekends. The Bobby Parker Radio Show. I'm simulcast syndicated all over the country on different radio stations, terrestrial and internet stations. So just Google the Bobby Parker Radio Show, and you'll see all the stations that play my show. I just got added in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm in Memphis, Little Rock, all over North Carolina. Even Dr. Jones plays my show on his station. So I'm just excited, man. All the stations, and God is really blessing the radio show. So I'm excited.
That's amazing. We'll have to put the link down below.
Yep.
Add you to that. I think
we can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Is she on mute?
We can't hear you, Leontra.
Oh, I'm mute.
No, she ain't on mute. It's on her end somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah, hear me now.
we hear you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. I said I'm gonna go next because Daddy the talker and I'm not. Thank y'all for having me on Impel Forward.
We're glad to have you on your first interview.
Yes.
I know. Look, my first time singing was at my cousin's church on mama's side. My first time back on the radio thing was was with you, Leon.
Yeah.
Calling you Leon is so weird, man.
Call me man.
Oh, that's what it is. Tell me.
Calling Leon is so weird. Oh my God.
Tell me more.
But it was fun, and I got to do it with my daddy. My daddy, I call him Dadager, and I got to do it with Uncle Bobby. So it was fun. Thank y'all for having me.
You are welcome.
And featuring Ocean.
Little man.
Yeah.
Papa on the way. Papa on the way, man.
Yes, he's a man.
Family.
Love y'all.
I love you.
And I close it out. Just same thing Bobby said. I want to invite everybody to be a part of what we're doing next week. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be nice. The food is gonna be good. They just introduced a new food menu at the Hilton. I can't wait for y'all to experience the new food. Those wings will blow you away. That burgers gonna blow you away. But it's gonna be an exciting time. Again, don't forget the late night hip hop Friday night as well. So we're looking forward, and we're excited about next week. And matter of fact, I was excited about the next year too, because the Durham Chamber of Commerce, they have gotten involved. My son has gotten them involved with the Durham Chamber. I had a meet with them a few months ago, and they're super excited about what we're going to do in the future. And get ready, because the city of Durham, Raleigh, we got some great things coming in the future. And
say, where's it at again? What hotel is it?
It's the Hilton Durham near Duke University on Hillsborough Street there in Durham, North Carolina. So get there. It's gonna be fun. We have meet and greet Tuesday at 1 to 4. My sister Drina has the agenda already ready. We're gonna start sending it out tonight and posting it so everybody can see the times, and it'll be on the website as well.
Great, awesome.
That's near me. I'll just have to pop in.
You need to come on. You need to come on.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm proud of my nephew. Look, I've been in radio so long, his equipment is better than mine.
Got it going on.
His equipment, his live and sound clear.
I got me a little setup. I'm learning a lot.
Well, you gotta come. I got to buy the equipment, so you need to come and set lines up for me.
I was about to say, I'm about to start a podcast with my best friend. We need all the details.
He'll see links and everything.
I love it.
I got mics and everything. I didn't have time to put everything up prior to, because I was working. But
you got all that too, huh? Y'all got to show us how to set it up.
I got my mic. He sent me gotta get everything, and he's shooting me off links in the middle of the night. I'm like, okay, goodness.
Wow.
Matter of fact,
and I love the name. I love the name too. Impel Forward.
So,
I love the name.
I'm glad you said that. So, commercial break. Impel means to take action, to drive, force, or urge someone to do something.
Wow. And that's exactly what we're doing.
Awesome.
Right.
Okay.
And I started it really just to inspire people with my story and my setback that I had, and just to really show people that if you put your foot forward, don't let your setback hold you back, and you can move forward in life. And I didn't want, I just want to show people that go for anything, go for whatever you're trying to do, go for it,
Yeah.
So that was the Impel.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And that's the reason why we have so many of our, guests. They're always somebody that's motivating or providing some sort of information that can better help you down the line. So that's one of the things that we look forward to when we have our guests weekly, or if it's just him and I just chit-chatting. We always try to leave our audience with something that they can grow with and take with. And, you do with it as you may, but at least we can be comfortable in knowing that we provided you something that's going to help you impel.
Great. Proud of y'all.
Awesome
job.
Yes.
Appreciate
All right. Glad to have y'all on. Can't wait for next week. Everybody, make sure you share the Gospel Industry Expo coming next week, the 25th. Where is that through the 27th, correct?
28th.
28th.
25th through the 28th. There it goes on the screen.
Yep. Make sure you go ahead and you sign up and you register. Don't be none of those late people, or they're going to charge you double.
Right. I like you. Right. It's going to be double.
It's going to be double. It's a lot of information. It's really, the ticket's really worth $500, but they're giving you a really good deal. So
and I told people don't understand, because the industry people we got coming here, you're not going to be able to call them up after they leave and ask questions.
Exactly. So you might as well pick the brain while they're there. So
they go, Kobe, you're not gonna be able to call them. You're not gonna be able to call them people. He probably want. Kobe probably wondering what time Papa coming home. I'm on the way. I'll be there in a few. but people like Dr. Brian Scott, you're not gonna be able to call him up next week and say, "Hey, but you better get him while you got him."
Exactly. Get it while you got it.
Yep. All right. We appreciate y'all. Love y'all so much.
Thank you so much. Good
there
luck.
you have it for another episode of the Impel Forward podcast. And remember, seize the opportunity to grasp your dreams. That's it. Peace.
Peace.